time to maximize profitability and cash flow. It's time to learn habits and hacks from the best e-com CEOs. It's time for Return on Podcast with me, Tyler Jefcoat. Hey guys, Tyler Jefcoat here. Welcome to the second installment of a summer series where we are addressing some common questions that we hear from e-commerce sellers. Last week we talked about how often you should do the accounting for your e-commerce business. And today we're going to talk about another key question. When should you consider outsourcing accounting, and how should you do that outsourcing? Let's start with when to outsource. First, consider outsourcing when your accounting quality suffers. If you're struggling to get quality, accurate data, that's a red flag. Poor accounting leads to poor decisions. You don't want to do that. Maybe time to outsource. Second, outsource when your time as the CEO of your company is better spent on other parts of your business. You know, if you're good at accounting, but you would rather spend your time building other sales channels or launching new products or finding new investments, then that might be a moment when it's time to outsource the bookkeeping function. I can't tell you how many CPAs hire seller accountant to do bookkeeping because they just want to focus their energy elsewhere. Now, let's talk about how to outsource. You really have three main options. Number one, you can hire an employee. Now, the benefits of hiring an employee is that you have full control. I can tell my employee when I want to do things, how I want to do things. Here's my system. The downside is that it's expensive to have a full-time employee on your roster, and it's risky to have one person handling everything, especially if they manage both the bookkeeping and the treasury functions, which can lead to security issues. What I mean by that is in accounting, we talk about separation of duties. I really don't want the person who is stroking the checks and sending money to my suppliers to be the same person who's doing bookkeeping if I can help it, because I want to make sure that I'm protecting myself and my business from fraud. Second option is you can hire a freelancer. Now, the pros of hiring a freelancer is that you might get an experienced professional and you can hire them fractionally, which is more cost effective than having to hire a full-time employee. I'll give you an example. I am a fractional CFO. Most of you probably wouldn't want to or couldn't afford to have me be full-time on your team as a CFO, but if you wanted to take advantage of my expertise, you might be able to get a fractional portion of my attention. Now, the downside of hiring a freelancer for bookkeeping is that there's still a single point of failure, right? You're going to have to hire another freelancer if your freelancer leaves. You're going to have to manage the process and the quality assurance, and that can be kind of stressful if accounting's not your bag. The third option is that you can hire a firm like seller accountant. Obviously, we have a bias here. We love it when clients hire us. But the benefits of hiring a firm, especially one that is laser focused on e-commerce, is that you get a fully built system with team redundancy. Somebody goes on vacation, we lose a teammate, somebody needs to go on maternity leave. That's okay because the entire system doesn't fall apart. There is no single point of failure. And you benefit from having multiple layers of quality assurance and management. Now, the downside of hiring a firm like seller accountant, hey, no one's perfect, is you're going to have a little bit less control over how the accounting is done. And you're not going to be able to say, this is exactly when this needs to happen and this happens, right? You're going to be kind of fitting into a greater system. And, you hire a full-time teammate, you get to tell them exactly what to do and when to do it. Now, the nice thing is that hiring an accounting firm like seller accountant tends to be cheaper than hiring a full-time employee, but it may be a little bit more expensive than hiring a freelancer. So there's kind of some pros and cons. Now, outsourcing to a firm like seller accountant can provide you with a reliable, secure, and cost-effective solution, ensuring your accounting is handled professionally while you focus on growing your business. Guys, I hope this helps you decide when and how to outsource bookkeeping or accounting. If you choose to hire a firm or outsource to someone like seller accountant, man, we'd love to talk to you, see how we can support you as you focus on building your business to the next level. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next week.